Welcome back to the Morning Blend. You may be nervous about the new driver in your house, but for them, it can also be scary. That's why it's essential for parents to assist their beginning drivers with a calm attitude.
And that can be easier said than done. Ann Scallon joins us again from Before the Wheel. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if anything else is as terrifying as having a teenage driver.
Yes, it's if you think of what happens, how you've had pretty much control over everything in their lives, and then all of a sudden they're, as I say, licensed to drive at 65 miles an hour. It is very terrifying for the parents.
So how do you guide them to be more proficient, to be better? Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Well, it's important to be very excited that day that they get their license, and maybe you have other activities and can't celebrate that day, but you need to celebrate like within a week. Go out to a fun place, be very upbeat. Congratulations, you know, you got your license. I look at it as you made the freshman team. So no one stays on the freshman team though. So we're gonna skip varsity, junior varsity. We're gonna work together for varsity. And so be very upbeat about it and start to kind of lay the groundwork that this is going to be an ongoing conversation where you're going to work both on technical skills, decision-making skills, and strategies with other teen drivers and passengers.
All right, let's break that down a little bit, because people are going to want their teen to have the critical thinking skills necessary, because dangerous things can happen when you're driving, especially at 65 miles an hour. So how do you do that? How do you teach those critical thinking skills?
Well, I do have a section on the most recent newsletter, which is on the website. It's called Coaching Strategies. And what we do is we lay out potential situations. And by potential, I mean 99% of these situations your teen will be in.
Like, what's a good example?
A good example is teens get together. Let's say they say we're meeting up at the mall. You know, everyone be at the mall at noon. So they all drive in individual cars or one or two in each car. They go to the mall, they hang out, they do some shopping, have some coffee, and then they go, well, let's go to the beach. And then for whatever reason, they decide they want to put the whole group in just one or two cars. That's where the critical thinking skills, the knowing how to respond comes into action. You have to package it for your teen that it's better to stay with their own car. The Center for Disease Control really recommends that teens keep the numbers down in their cars. So what you want to say is, guess what? If you stay with your car, you have total control over the situation. Everyone goes to the beach, you go to the beach, you can take one friend with you, but then you can come and go when you want to. And that is a very important point, because a lot of times, you know, some of the kids visualize 3 hours at the beach, and someone else visualized 1 hour at the beach and doing something else. So you want to put it to your teen that, you know, when you're in the driver's seat, being the driver's seat means being in control. And when you give up that control, you're controlled by someone else's schedule. And what you're doing is keeping them out of that high-risk situation where the numbers have gone from 3 or 6, and that becomes very distracted and very dangerous.
So what about as a parent? Because I think, you know, when kids are 15, 16, 17, parents aren't really that cool at that point, you know, so it's hard for them to want to listen to whatever their parents say versus what their friends say. How do you earn the trust as a parent and basically, you know, promote them listening to what you're saying versus getting caught up with what their friends are saying?
Well, you need to keep up that, you know, you started with the upbeat conversation, and you can say, you know, we're going to get together maybe every 4 to 6 weeks. And again, it's got to be really fun. And there's got to be some incentives involved. You know, we're going to follow this phase privilege plan, and you get more privileges. So there's an incentive for them to be involved and get engaged. So you want them to see that this is fun, this is exciting, they're getting more privileges. We're going to talk about these things going forward, and you're going to have more options. When you tell them the different things that you're going to be working on, you want to keep working on the technical skills with them. So they're going to trust you when they're all uncomfortable, they're not going to admit it, about merging on the highway and maintaining high speeds. They don't mind being on an open road late at night and going high speeds, but when you put them on the highway and they have to watch other drivers, you offering to do that with them, they're going to appreciate that.
Well, think about the first time you went out on the highway
Oh,
or
yeah.
you emerged. It was scary. It was nerve-wracking, you know, and I think, you know, that practice continual with someone in the car who's good for you is beneficial.
And also reinforcing the behaviors that they've already done. You know, they've already succeeded in academics or sports or drama. That takes discipline, hard work, persistence, dedication. They're all the same skills they're going to need to be a proficient driver.
Yeah.
So reminding them, you know, you've already done a lot of the work here. You have the skill set. We're just transferring it now to driving.
You have a great newsletter, Before the Wheel. This is how it looks. People can print this, can download and print this if they visit the website. Again, the information so that you can get in touch with this organization, really find great tips to guiding teens to safe driving is beforethewheel.com, and the newsletter includes teen driving coaching strategies, which is great. Great to see you
Thanks,
again,
Ann.
Ann.
Always
Thank you so
important.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.